I mean, obviously, all three of us being former players, we're always for the player empowerment. But my question is, I think the player empowerment is a little out of hand at this point. From a
You
coach,
think?
from a
You think?
from a coaching standpoint, I mean, you came up under Riley and
Yeah.
and people like that, and I'm sure you implemented some of your game and his coaching philosophy into your principle as far as a coach from the early 2000s to now. How do you think coaching has changed? Because you can win and still get fired.
Yeah.
Now,
You have as a coach in the NBA now, you have no authority whatsoever. I truly
That's
believe
crazy to say.
that. I truly believe that. And like you guys said, we've all been former players. That coach was a position that you respected.
Yep.
And it demanded respect.
Yep.
You know, and coaches say you do. It was that simple. And we've all come from that line, you know, that old school type mentality. I think the entitlement of players today to be able to make suggestions or changes. I don't even call it suggestions. Basically, if players say, "Well, I don't want to play with that guy. I want this guy on my team." You got the president of basketball operation or the GM or the owner going to get that player. You know, so I think it's totally changed, and I think that's one of the main reasons that the viewership is down in the NBA. You know, it's because of not only the style of play, because you know, it's threes or dunks or layups. You know, there's no mid-range, there's no creativity, there's no the movement offensively. It's one guy with the ball, you know,
Stand and watch.
90% of the time, and you stand around and you watch him play. That's not attractive for fans to watch. And us as basketball players, we would never want to play that way.
Right.
You know, it's always been about five guys being able to have a touch of the ball at least.
That's
You know,
it. Just
you
let me
ain't gotta
touch
shoot
that. I ain't got to
Yeah,
shoot.
you
Let me
ain't-
touch that
Yeah,
bitch.
you ain't got to
That's it.
shoot it.
Just let me
but
touch it.
At least let me touch it. You know, let me feel like I'm a part of the offense of what's going on. You know, so I think right now with the way the NBA is game, you know, and I'm with you, Jack. I mean, Matt, I'm with you as far as player empowerment. You know, I think that's something that we all, you know, wish we had at that particular time. But I think now it's overboard. I think it's going crazy. I think, you know, the prisoners are running an asylum right now. That's the bottom line.
And I think you hit it on the head too, because especially now more than ever, younger kids that kind of think different but are making so much money. If you can't get that respect, you don't stand a chance.
No,
You don't stand a chance.
You don't. And I think, again, one of the reasons, for me at least, coaching, you know, that I'm like, I couldn't coach in this area right now, you know, because I'll be ready to fight. You know, you disrespect me, dog, we going to fight.
Yeah.
And,
You know?
and to go what y'all was saying about touches, do y'all remember when we was playing? The first two or three plays used to go to the big man.
Inside out.
Inside.
Right.
Like, go and get him his
Inside out.
touches early, because if the game get to high speed, you know, he might not get up the court a couple times.
Right. You got to keep him happy.
Yep,
You know, let him touch
exactly.
the ball first. You know, the first two or three plays, like you said, and then let's see how they play it.
Yeah.
And then let's do what we do. You
Yep.
know, but the biggest question. I mean, I had a guy. I'm not going to throw him, put him on blast, but in Cleveland, I was like, we're doing this today. Well, why? I said, first of all, you can't question me. And this dude was like a first or second year player. I said that's first of all.
crazy.
First of all, you can't question me. I said, second of all, this is what we did, and I won championships. I said, third of all, when you win a championship, then you can ask me a fucking question.
Yeah. Or give your input.
Yeah. And I ain't not going to even ask you for your input. You in your first year, second year. You ain't won shit. I ain't even asking you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, my last 2 years with the Lakers, I had our boy. I had Kobe beating Bryant, And Kobe would come to practice sometimes and just go off on these guys. And y'all know Kobe. He would just go off. And then there were days I was like, man, don't even come to practice. You done everything and seen everything. Don't need your practice, right? But just the entitlement that they felt they had to be able to even ask a question about why we doing this today.
Crazy.
I was like, dog, you better go on over there. You better go over there right now. You better talk to press or somebody else.
We talked to somebody last night that's coaching in this system, and that's one of the things he said to us. He was like, man, it's hard to coach these kids because they too sensitive.
Yeah.
They can't really take
And
it.
that's the other thing, Jack. You can't get on them, because they take it as, like you said, they call the agent.
Yeah.
The agent called the GM.
That's
was
just what he said.
Yeah,
That's
they
just
call
what he
the
said,
agent.
too.
I made a change in lineup. When I was with the Lakers, I said, you know what, you guys have been given this position, but you didn't earn it, so I'm gonna make a change. We were on the road. I got to the room. Mitch Kupchak had called me already. I was like, what the fuck? He said, so I heard you making a change because I was like, hey, Mitch, are you serious? So the sensitivity that these guys have that you can't teach them. You know, you can't jump on their ass because they're gonna go crying to their, you know. Back in our day, you jump on, okay, all right.
Got to
You gotta
deal
take
with it.
that.
Yeah, now I'm gonna come back the
You
next
gotta
day
take
even
that,
harder.
Yeah, you might
know,
want to
it's-
fight.
it's a
You might
di-
want to fight one of your teammates, but you had to listen to the coach.
Right.
That's
right.
what it was.
So it's just a different time, different.
Yeah,
But
and
it's a guy over there that's ready to listen. That's just as good as you. That's ready to come in. You know what I'm saying? So you better straighten up. That's what we had. They don't feel
they don't have that.
Nah, they ain't looking over their shoulder.
They don't have that.
Everybody getting 100 million. Why I'm
Well,
looking
'cause
over
you
my
also
shoulder
got to
for?
think too. A lot of times in practices where you could steal minutes or compete, or the second you could have a team that's going to the Western and Eastern Finals, or even going, but that second team is busting their ass in practice, and that's how guys used to get minutes and steal minutes. But they don't even practice no more. They don't practice no more. You know what I mean?
My first year, you know, Pat Riley would play me spot minutes. You know, because again, I'm coming to a team that's a championship caliber team. And for 4 games, I didn't play a lick. And Bill Burka, he was like, "B, just hang in there." I said, "Burke, I'm good. You know, this practice is my game. I'm gonna come ready every day. You know, because when I get that opportunity, I'm gonna be ready for it, right?" And we had a 2-game losing streak, and Ralph said, "I'm gonna change the lineup." He put me in the lineup, and when he put me in the lineup, you
For
know,
who?
for Mike McGee.
Okay.
Put me in the lineup. I said, "Mike, you'll never get this spot back.
It's over.
This shit is mine now. You'll never get this spot back, right?" And that's how I approached it.
Yes, sir.
You know, but you know, I wasn't crying. I wasn't calling my agent. And, you know, man, I ain't played the last 4 games. Okay, you take it like a man, and you
what
get
it
your
was.
ass better in the gym.
Strap up.
You know what I love about StockX? They know the sneaker game. Whether you're looking for those player exclusives from last night's game or trying to grab the latest Travis Scott drop.
And with their market data, you always know the real value of your collection. I promise you, StockX is where it's at.
When I found out we were partnering with StockX, I jumped on the app and went crazy. I got the Air Max 97s,
Nice.
Nike Shox R4, Air Max 95s. I got some Hirachis. So jump on StockX.com right now and join the millions that already know.
This that next level collection building right here. StockX. Now you know.